Yo, what's going on YouTube? In this video, we're gonna look into the mages. And again, this video is mainly based on my experience in the game, like PvPs and things that I've tested myself. Alright, starting off, we got Loki. I'm gonna put her in S tier. Okay, I'm putting her in S tier because of a late game potential in a summoner team. But before you going all in for her, I got some question to you, okay? Question number one. Are you okay to not use her until she's purple 6? If you're expecting her to carry your team at purple 1 or 3, then she's not for you. Because she's pretty weak at low star level. And this is gonna be a big investment for the late game. And then question number 2. Is investing all into her and Silvismo is too much just for one team to you? If yes, then I would advise you to skip Loki and just get a more universal EX like Poseidon. Because Loki and Silvismo are the ultimate duo in the Outer World team. But luckily, both Loki and Silvismo have the exact same factions. If your Loki is at least red 3, where you have 12% lifesteal, then you could consider to play them in a green team. Since the green dragon can boost healing, making her lifesteal even more effective, but I would say the Otherworld team is definitely the go-to here. I'm just laying out all the options here in case you guys want to try something different. And at purple 6, her chain skill can seal the target enemy, preventing them from using any skill, even including their passives until they die. So she's basically making an enemy only use default attacks till they die. Overall, she's a very niche character. If you're a free-to-play player and you have other teams to invest to, and you're thinking about playing Otherworld team with Loki as your second or even third team, I would advise you to think again, because you probably won't get any good result from her at low star level. You gotta be very patient and slowly start her up, so be advised, okay? Alright, next we got Poseidon. She's definitely going to the S tier. I think all of you guys already knew it, but I would say she's the only character in the game that every player should get. It doesn't even matter what team you play. I know. There's other good characters out there, but Poseidon is definitely a must-get character right here. And here's why. You only need her to be at least purple 3 because of her double passive save and permanent 20% magic defense reduction. Purple 3 is like 4 copies of her, and you can already get 1 copy for free from the diamond reward. If you play her in other teams, then she would be more like a support role with her passive, which you don't really need in a boss fight. But if you play her in the red team, the elemental, then she could be more like a DPS role. Her damage will increase by 40% for each elemental debuff on the target. You can even further increase her damage with the elementalist subclass. Alright, next we got Gabriel. I'm gonna put Gabriel at A tier. She's one of the best light DPS that you could get from early game and start investing early. You can even get her from the regular banner too. She can easily carry you to your late game, especially if you pair her with Vivian. She has massive damage boost from her skills. She can further boost her damage with the Dead Rattle stack. The only thing that I don't like about her is when you play auto skills, the AI will always use her ability on one target only, but her ability could actually target multiple enemies within a small circle. So I would advise to manually use her ability to target more enemies. But you don't have to worry about this in boss fight since there's only one boss, so yeah. While in late game, if you could get her NP, her Noble Phantasm, then her buff will give one ally and herself a damage immunity for few seconds. So lastly, is she universal? I don't think so. From what I've seen, she's more commonly used in the light team. Alright, next up is Vermilion Bird. I'm gonna put her in S tier. She's a niche character, just like Catherine here, which I'm gonna talk about her later on. There is no reason to go for her if you are not playing Elemental team. She's the best fire character to constantly inflict burn debuff to the enemy team. If you pair her with Catherine's minus 55% magic defense, she can destroy the enemy whole team. Because every time an enemy is affected by detonation or evaporation, they'll gain a stack of Sunfire, which reduces their magic defense by 9% and it can stack up to 6. So we're gonna do a little math here. 6 stacks of Sunfire equals like 54% of magic defense reduction. So we are looking at 54% from Sunfire and 55% from Katarine. That will be like 109% magic defense reduction. And if you have Purple Tree Poseidon in your team, you get an additional 20%, and that will be 129% magic defense reduction. And I'm not even done yet. When Vermilion attacks a target under the Sunfire effect, it will increase the damage by 18% for each stack. Okay? So 6 stacks of Sunfire will be a total of 108% additional damage increase. And on top of the 129% of magic defense reduction earlier. Yup, that's how crazy she is. I would say Vermilion, Catherine, Poseidon, and Morgana. These are the characters that you must get if you are playing the Elemental team. Okay, next we have Severus. I'm gonna put it in D tier. To be honest, I really don't know what I should talk about this character, but I genuinely hope nobody is actually planning to use it. The only one good thing about it is you can inflict burn to 3 enemies without spending energy. That's it. You could even use it as a food if you want, or you're just gonna start it up for the old stats buff. Next is Melina. Same, I'm gonna straight to D tier, okay? Again, I don't really see any reason why would you even use this character. Even if you just started a brand new account, which everyone should get 1 copy of Melina, I think you should just focus upgrading your Siegfried instead. She's way better than Melina. Again, you could either use her as food or just keep her copies to start her up in the future for the old states. Alright, next up is Telperion. Again, straight to D tier as well. The only reason you might use her is she can apply shock. That's it, if that is what you are looking for in your early games. But if you do need someone that could apply shock, you could go for Laurelin instead. Her ability energy cost is a lot cheaper. Next is Nanali. I'm gonna put her in B tier. She's a pretty decent support that could heal and increase rage to your green ally. She could reduce cooldown just like Telos. She's basically the budget version of Telos, and you can easily get her copies from the regular banner. To be honest, I haven't really tested out much because she's added into the game a couple months after the game release. Nanali and Herman, those two were added later. At that time, I already have my own team, so there's no need for me to go back and invest in an early game character anymore. Alright, next is Katarine. I'm gonna put her in S tier. She's a very niche character. I only recommend to go for her if you are playing the Elemental team. But you could also use her in Arcane team with Zagreus for more chill debuffs, because she needs chill debuff on enemy to use her Frost Vortex. And when this enemy has advanced elemental debuffs on them, while inside her Frost Vortex, she would cast Frost Shield to an ally every 3 seconds. And her shield will prioritize to the highest damage in your team, because the shield will boost the ally damage by 10%. She's good in both offensive with her massive magic defense reduction and defensive with her shields in PvP and boss fights. I think she is a must-get character if you are a main elemental player, especially pairing her with Morgana and Vermilion Bird. If you are curious about Morgana, please check out my support tier list video down in the description below. Next up is Galvic. I'm gonna put her in B tier. At just yellow 6, 3 of her skills can apply healing down debuff. This character is basically the anti-heal specialist. I think you can just put her at the back of your ability queue and just simply rely on her other skills without spending energy on her, because her ability is way too expensive. You can go for Astrologer and full CD reduction set for her just to keep her spamming her other skills for healing down debuff. At Diamond Star, her Soul Siphon can target up to 2 enemies, which could be pretty good in healing up your team. And she is kinda useless in boss fights because the boss don't really care about anti-heal, so might just go for a healer support rather than Galvic in a boss fight. So overall, she's a support that provides some healing and anti-heal to the enemies. And that's all, nothing else. No other buffs to the team, and for that reason, I have to leave her at B tier. Alright, now we get Faust. I'm gonna put her in B tier, right? She's basically a budget Loki. You could get her from the regular banners wishlist. She always summon her Teddy at the enemy's backline, and you could manually place her Teddy at the enemy's dragon to snipe them early in the fight and stop them from using their ability and spells. But do keep in mind that the dragon artifacts can still be activated without the dragon. Faust can be really strong only if you have her NP, because her Teddy will keep going even if she's dead. I think Faust is more of a PvP character because in boss fights, you can't really dodge the boss attacks, plus she's pretty squishy, so you gotta keep her alive to keep her Teddy alive. Lastly, is she universal? I don't think so. I think you should only use her in the Otherworld faction because Deer Dragon provides buff to summon units. But if you do have her NP, I think I might consider to put her in A tier. But in general, I'm just gonna leave her in B tier. Next up is Telos. I'm gonna put it in S tier. She's good in focusing enemy backline, and she could reduce an ally CD too. At Diamond Star, she will reduce CD for the ally with the highest skill speed. So you can use full CD reduction set for your silencer to guarantee that Telos will always reduce her CD. With this setup, you can always guarantee your silencer will use her ability first before the enemy's silencer, unless they are doing the same setup as you. I would recommend to have at least one green character in your team, or you just use her in a green team, because one of her skill will focus an ally with the highest rage, which is a perk that only the green characters could have. So if you use your Telos in a full blue team, then one of her skill would be completely useless. I can't really think of any cons for her, well except one thing, which is her robots. Her robots will expire, leaving her alone with no robots during the CD. Okay, next up we got Cleopatra. I'm gonna put her in C tier. I'm gonna put this as well because they are pretty much the same thing. I don't think any player should use her. Her damage is kinda disappointing, especially coming from a mage. The only reason that I could think of using her is her mummies to get easy dead rattle stack. So if you play Otherworld faction, then you could go for her to get dead rattle stack to boost up your other characters. But again, if you are looking for the easiest dead rattle stacks, then I would prefer to use the slime. You don't even need to spend your energy to use his skill. You just let him die. So the easiest ways to get dead rattle stacks early game is Cleopatra and the slime. Alright, last we got Krasus. I'm gonna put her in A tier. I think she could be a good alternative to the silencer if you are playing the dog team. She can steal cooldown like Medusa and increase the enemy's cooldown too. She does have some decent damage output as well, but within a limited area. like a straight line and a fan shape, which is not ideal, but it's still better than just a single target, right? So her AoE damage won't do much if the enemies are all spread out, and she can inflict silence upon triggering the punishment effect. So overall, she's a mixture of damage slash CC character, and for that reason, she needs to initiate first, just like Silencer, so she could snowball the effects and win the fight. So I don't think she would fit in a boss fight team. She's more suitable in PvP. And lastly, I don't think she's a universal character since she relies on the punishment effect, silence. And I think that's it for this video. I hope you guys find this video helpful. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please give this video a like. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.